Right, here we are then. It's probably the penultimate episode of looking around the church, and Joe Pavy's away on holiday, so I've got to do this all myself. It's like self-filmed. So we're outside the front entrance, and this is a great day. I've just signed for hundreds of chairs that have been delivered. Carpets are going down. Final bits have been done to the floor. Final bits have been done to the sound system. So let's go in and have a look. Inside the church. I'm going to camera around to try and talk you through it. So this is the main entrance, and we come in and you can see the floor is all done. You can now see through that window, all beautifully painted. Through here, new entrance mat going down at the moment as we speak, and then into here. This is very, very exciting. This is you'll see it in a moment, the new chairs in the building. I'm going to kind of take you around and show you all the stuff, but it's chairs, it's lights everywhere, it's sound system, it's like nearly done. So we're probably, I don't know, a week, 2 weeks away from handing over, and there's a few little bits of tidying and stuff to do, and then we'll get teams in here. You all might better come in here for some training all ahead of the launch. So let's have a look. Right, here we go. I'll talk you around. This is, as you come in, or straight ahead of you is your kind of kitchen area and all the coffee servery. There's going to be some screens up here, new sound system in here, and this is it. Look, it looks like an actual church now. Here's all the chairs, all in there. There's the people finishing the sound system install up the front there, crashing about. You've got speakers all up on the walls here. We're going to take you up the front here. Look at all these chairs. Look at this. These guys are up here putting in the sound system, putting the new screen up the front there. We're going to go around into the memorial chapel. I don't think we've done one of these since the point at which the sanding and everything have been done on the floors. So look at these floors. These are the original floors that were here, and they've all been sanded up and polished up and varnished up and look amazing. And this is the new floor for the platform through to the stage. Underneath all of this here is actually flooring like that, but it's all covered up so that they don't damage it. There's a guy from D&B who's doing the sound. We'll go around the back here. Look at this. You've probably never seen this. Look at the beauty of this altar table here. Underneath normally be covered up, and the rear screen there and everything. I'm going to take you over here into the vestry round this way, and there's some folks in here putting down a new carpet. It's been redecorated, looks amazing in there. So if you've ever been in there before, you'll know it was really quite the opposite to bright and fresh. It was dark and a bit tired, really, as a lot of the building. You know, this is what happens with hundreds of years old buildings. You need to every so often do a refresh, and that's what we've done. This behind me here, huge cupboard, is where most of the sound system stuff is all kept. And then we come down ramps. There's ramps everywhere for accessibility. It's very good. Now let me show you down the side here. I've been hanging on about these pews for ages in previous videos. So you've got the new chairs here, all of which have been set out. Look at that, hundreds of them, ready for you all to come in. And then down the side, these pews, because this bit is historically significant in some way. And so we've chopped these down, made these little pews. These are all movable, so you can actually move them around and clear the whole space for events and all that sort of stuff. One of these, where is it? This is where the church warden must sit. So there we go. Let's go around here into the kitchen area. I forget what everybody's seen, really. Look at this. I don't think you've seen this counter. Beautiful stone counter. The very expensive and lovely water tap. The view back over to the main entrance there. And you can see people doing all sorts of bits and pieces still. This is the kitchen. Just looking bright and fresh. Coffee machines all going to go along here. Dishwashing all over there. Fridge there for, you know, milk and all that sort of stuff. And then you come back out into the church. Doesn't it look great? Doesn't it look great? Should we go for a little trip? Now, did you know, some people didn't know this, there is actually a balcony here. The number of people who've come in here recently and gone, didn't know that was there. So I'm going to go up and give you the aerial view from up in the balcony. And part of what's good is you get to see the whole thing, and you'll be able to see some of the lighting. Even here, can you see it's bright? This corner was always really dark. So there's 150 new light fittings in here, all of which designed so that you can actually see everywhere in the building. And then I'm going to turn the camera around again and show you the view from up here. So you can start to see how this is going to work, how it's all going to go together. So down the back here, this is going to be space for people to come in, gather, grab a coffee down here, and then over there is where everybody will sit and look up to the front and see all that there is there. Oh, I'm going to show you one last thing. Let's go back down the stairs, and I can take you to show you some of the lighting, which I think is pretty cool. So, all sorts of historical things that have stayed, they've been covered up, they're now uncovered. More things are coming back. Stuff's starting to move back into the building. Have you seen the toilets since they've been finished? Let me show you the toilets. I know, I'm obsessed by them because I love the tiles in here. Let's have a look in here. Look at this. All right, come in here. Ta-da! All done. Looking amazing. Toilet, sink, blah, 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 all that sort of stuff. And then we come round here and back into the building. And you can go, how can I get round there? Let's go up this way. Past all the chairs. Some of these have got like arms on them, so if you need an arm to help you get up or down, then you can use that. And then from up the front here, I'm just going to stand up here and look back down. This is the view you get if you're up on the platform at the front, and you can see up here all this new lighting over here and here as well, so that everything will be brilliantly lit. Because there's nothing worse than looking up the front and somebody's leading something, it's in complete darkness. So there we go. Right, which chair shall I choose? Wonder where I'd sit if I was coming here for the first time. Probably about here. So there we go. Put it in your diary. 25th of September, Kingdom Come here on Thursday night, and then we're going to have 60 hours of prayer between 9 o'clock that night and 9 o'clock on the Sunday morning. And then we launch in here with the 9 and the 11 on that Sunday. 10 o'clock at All Saints, that'll be the new time for the service there as as we kind of split back to having two buildings again. So we're looking forward to that. I reckon I'll do one more update when everybody's gone and we're all in here and it's just freshly done and all the bits and pieces are finished and all the lights are up and all the scaffolding's down, all that sort of stuff. But that's the latest for now. Have a great rest of the August time.